Hi, and welcome to Lippy Presents Ghost News Network. Today is our paranormal news and discussion. We're going to talk about a film that just came out, Amityville, Mount Misery Road. This film just came out on May 7th, on a Tuesday, and we figured we'd just take a minute and talk about the film. Myself and Mike have watched it and just wanted to give a review on what we thought of the film. So, Mike, what did you think?
So, right off the bat to start with, I heard about it, I originally heard about it a while ago, and then the other day I was driving to work and I heard about it on Shark Radio. And they were saying that, there's a documentary that just came out about a haunted road on Long Island. I'm like, they pause, they play some songs, and I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, all right, it's either Mount Misery Road or it's Grumman Road. Right. And they said documentary. So I was like, all right, and then they come out and they say it's Mount Misery Road. I'm like, sure enough, I get it. And they said it was going to be sold in Walmarts, like Walmart stores.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, okay. So I get to work and I look it up and I'm like, I didn't even know of any documentary being shot. I didn't know of a film being shot, but not a documentary. So I look it up and it's a movie. So just to clarify right off the bat, it's not a documentary, it is a movie.
Yeah.
Right there. You're talking Hollywood is involved. There you go. So overall, I mean, the title I know is getting a lot of bad rap. It's called Amityville, Mount Misery Road.
Right.
Mount Misery Road, once again, is not in Amityville. It's in Huntington, Melville area.
Right.
West Hills Park.
Yep.
I know why they chose Amityville, because Amityville, anywhere in the world, you know Amityville. Okay, fine, but whatever. I don't agree with it. The opening scenes where it opens up and it kind of shows the deeds and how the white man is buying it from the Indians, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
And the document's accurate because it's
yeah, it is accurate.
They definitely got them from the Historical Society.
Right.
They do make mention of that in the credits.
Right.
And I know the document because the document's scanned for the Huntington Archive, so I've seen it. I have a copy of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Some of the storylines they talk about are correct. Mothman, I know it really hasn't been brought up a whole lot in recent talk of Mount Misery Road, but I know when we first started the group in 2003, that was one of the main stories that popped up at Mount Misery. Mount Misery and Sweet Hollow, a lot of that stuff's linked, and Mothman came up.
Right.
The kids, I think they touched a little bit on the ghost children. That has something, once again, the storylines are with Mount Misery and Sweet Hollow Road. They show a house. I don't think they actually went to the historic house that's over there. I think they filmed still shots of it to make it look like they were on scene. The house that they're talking about, the inn that they're talking about, is called the Peace and Plenty Inn. It is a historic home. It is I think it's right on Chichester and Sweet Hollow Road. It's red. You can't really miss it. It's old as shit. They talk about that. The history that they talked about, though, with being a boarding house with children, I don't believe that to be true. I think they just threw that in there. The children come from the day camps that were in the area, and one of the stories of the bus falling over Northern State Parkway, which is not true. They don't even touch on that. They talk about Mary. They talk about the insane asylum. At first they talked about it being in there in the 1840s, which I think that's probably more like the date that is correct if it exists. And they go back and they talk about the 1700s, which I don't believe that's true. But I mean, that aspect of it was there. They said she was a patient, she escaped, she burnt the place down, a bunch of people died, they rebuilt it. She was put back in there, she burnt it down again. Now this is where the story kind of goes off. They left it at 2 times, which I think is probably right. The main storyline says 3 times. Yeah. They built it 3 times. It was burnt down 3 times after that.
They left it.
They do talk about the foundation. Now the foundation that's in the movie is not what's on scene.
Right.
We found what looks like parts of foundation, but I'm not saying that's what it is from. I don't know what it's from. I know it's cinder blocks. We actually looked up the origin of cinder blocks, when they were used, when they were manufactured. And I think we came around...
Suffolk County law says that they started implementing it as law in around the 1820s.
Right.
Is when they started to say that, okay, you have to start having to have cinder block foundations on your buildings.
So the 1840s makes somewhat of
Right.
sense. That kind of makes sense.
And they were homes. They weren't like what you think now with Kings Park or anything like that.
From what I can tell watching the movie now, we've been to Mount Misery, all over those woods. We broke it up into different sites because it's such a large area. We've been to all the sites. We're very familiar with the grounds.
Yeah.
What it looks like in the movie is they shot the Mount Misery sign. And it looks like they shot what we call Site 2, where you drive down Mount Misery Road, there's a dead end with a log. They shot right there, and it looks like they went down that path a little bit, and there's like a ravine. That's what they shot at Mount Misery.
Right.
Everything else with them walking
And the
through
pile
the
of snow.
woods. Yeah, I guess the pile of snow. The fake pile of snow. When you see them walking through the woods, though, the majority of towards the end of the film, I don't believe that was filmed at Mount Misery. I don't recognize anything. Like even if you come off the pathway and you're walking through the woods, you're going to hit another pathway. It's Long Island. If you're not in the Pine Barrens, pretty much you walk a mile in any direction, you're going to hit a major highway.
Yeah.
You're going to hit Northern State. You're going to hit 25. You're going to hit Sweet Hollow Road. You're going to hit a major road. And it just, you're going to hear the noise. The camera that they use, I believe, is a cell phone. So you got really bad glare when they're driving down the road. I don't know if they wanted it that way to give it that creepy, spooky look. But, I mean, overall, it's a movie. If you go into it watching it as a documentary, you're going to be disappointed because you didn't do your research on it. It's a movie. It's a very low-budget movie. I think we both kind of feel there's a lot of scenes in there where it's unnecessary, like it was just to kill time. You could have killed time other ways, but once again, it's a movie. Everyone's got their ideas in their head of filmmaking, and I'm not going to sit here and say it's right or wrong. It's everyone's got their own views and visions.
Film is subjective. Film is always subjective.
And you could say that. Anytime a horror movie's made about a true life thing, they're always going to take artistic liberties. So
Exactly.
that's not uncommon.
Right.
But when something that's as near and dear to us as this is, and we know the site as well as we do, we're able to comment on it, intelligently.
No, absolutely. I mean, it's a movie. Hence Amityville. Like they use that as a title. I mean, you take it with a grain of salt.
My favorite part of the film is the after credit scene.
I didn't see that.
Because they actually show them getting looking at the documents at the Huntington Historical Society, and they got access to certain types of paperwork and stuff like that has not been scanned yet online. So just shout out to the Huntington Historical Society, because those things, I'd love to see them.
Oh yeah.
I know I'll never be able to touch them, but I'd like to at least have someone hold them in front of me. But yeah, that was really cool, and some of the artistic drawings of the Mothman and stuff with cryptozoology,
I've seen a lot of that stuff. Yeah, I've seen a lot of
they're
that.
pretty accurate to what people say that they look like and
Right.
stuff. But yeah, most of the movie was filler. It was like the last like, I don't know, 30 minutes was actually at Mount Misery.
Right.
The movie's maybe an hour and 15.
I think it's an hour and 15 minutes.
So, I mean, and then you take away time for credits and stuff.
Right.
But yeah, it was a low budget film, and all film is subjective. It didn't work for me as a film, I'll say that much.
Right.
But maybe there's somebody out there that enjoys it, and if you do, more power to you.
Right.
Never take that away from anybody.
Yeah,
But yeah,
Just a note on that too. I know it's going to bring a lot of attention to that location. Don't ruin it for people that actually are trying to investigate. Just because you think it's cool to go out there with a group of friends on a Friday night, run into the woods, run out. I guarantee police activity is going to increase. You cannot be there after hours. I'm going to tell you that right now. The cops over there will ticket you. They're going to bust you straight up.
The dead end street in front of the log is around a lot of homes.
Right.
You're not allowed
Can't
to
park
park
there.
there. It's illegal to park there. Cops are down there all the time. So just, if you're going to check it out, just be warned. The cops will be around the corner.
And don't plan on going in there looking for, Mothman and all this stuff. I'm going to tell you, we've been investigating Mount Misery Road since 2003. Like I said, we broke it up into different areas. And there are some areas that are more active than others. But you're not going to find Mothman. You're not going to go in. Majority of the times you're going to go in there and you're going to freak yourself out. Right. You're not actually going to find anything. So, I mean, that's all I'm going to say. Don't ruin it for those that are trying to actually investigate.
Yep.
Nobody's going to listen to me, but I warned you, have fun. Don't call me when a demon possesses you.
What do you think? You have anything you want to add, Tom?
I didn't see it yet, so
Okay.
I'm going to reserve, any kind of review. So,
Okay.
To be continued.
Good. All right, guys. Let us know what you think of Amityville, the Mount Misery Road movie, if you've seen it, down in the comments section below. And if you haven't, give this video a like, share, and subscribe. You can also click that little notification bell to know when all of our content is being uploaded to YouTube. So thank you guys very much for joining us on this latest edition of Ghost News Network. And until next time, take care, guys.